So I'm talking about before the overthrow.
When you think about technology, innovation, right? Like Native Hawaiians were like the best navigators in the entire world.
A lot of it in the history books was glossed over, the overthrow of the Hawaiian kingdom.
Education was a colonial tool in Hawaii. Quote unquote, modernize Hawaii.
It's really taken its toll on the Hawaiian culture, cultural genocide.
Now we have to fight that tooth and nail, and we can't wait any longer to fight that.
And now that we learned the truth, it's hard to deny the facts of where we live in Hawaii.
Can you think of any other place that does more harm to a kid or a teenager than schools? I can't think of a single place that does more damage, that destroys culture and who people are than schools.
I saw a lot of kids get really demoralized at a time when they should be super excited about whatever's next for them.
The hardest thing at Nalukai is decolonizing a teenager. So many times school gets in the way. How do we get out of the way?
Nalukai Academy, we run programs for young people.
With this 2-week intensive experience where youth take what matters to them, what capacities they have, what interests they have, and build out ventures
in social and cultural entrepreneurship
that solve real problems for themselves and their communities.
They come from people who were brave and bold and smart and industrious, and we see if we can help the young people here realize that what their ancestors have had and what they have the potential to. And so if we could create an environment that really attended to that and showed them that they had something really important to say, and that they were going to add great value in the world.
That's our work, and that should be everyone's work.
We're the program that is known for being free, and every kid gets a laptop. I think project-based learning holds a lot of promise, but to even elevate it a little more and say you're going to create something, and you're going to create something real that's going to go out and interact with the world, and you're going to get real-world feedback about your ideas.
We've iterated with this 2-week intensive experience where youth take what matters to them, what capacities they have, what interests they have, and
identify challenges in Hawaii and then devise innovative solutions to them. If we have a chance to bring cultural practitioners to them and help inform the opinions that they have, then the final products that they come up with are going to be so much richer. Because we have plenty of really bright kids who can figure out how to go out and make a great deal of money. But if we can also help instill the sensibility that there is kuleana, that there's a responsibility towards how we're doing what we're doing, so that it's not just profit. So we at Nalukai, what we often talk about is a triple bottom line, we call it, right? It says yes, profit, but also looking at people and also looking at planet in designing of an entrepreneurial venture. If young people are starting businesses and endeavors here in Hawaii, we think that they should have a cultural grounding and a true reverence for the culture and the people of this place. The stories should inform their decision making as they take on the kuleana of adding value to this place through entrepreneurial opportunities.
All we are is amplifiers. Get out of the way, amplify them, and connect them. That's what we do.
We generally have about a third of our kids from public school, a third from private school, and a third from charter school.
That allowed us, when they formed teams, to have a much more holistic look at solving problems. Human connection is key. And having students work in teams, having them cross-pollinate between teams, having learning be joyful and celebratory, like.
Are you ready, dear? Oh, we must be sure there's no turning back once we're out the door. Leave your message here on the telephone, 'cause we've no idea.
Where they're getting access to industry professionals and innovative educators and cultural practitioners, and putting all that together in an interesting mix.
The values of what these cultural practitioners who have built our curriculum with us, who are a part of our team, have intoned.
To bring forth, I would say, Hawaiian cultural values that are in evidence in community projects.
The only way you can do that, especially if you're a goofy big white man like myself, is partnering with Hawaiians. And this year, even though we were virtual, we brought Pomai Bertelman, who is a project-based learning guru, a cultural practitioner, and she did so many activities outside of what ventures they were working on.
To memorize all of the stars and all of its patterns and all of the movements of the sun and the celestial bodies here. So the gourd really, in actuality, becomes you. Yeah, it totally and 100% becomes you. Mai ka'ila. Okay, you can put it down.
Put them in front of people who know, and we get to see that knowledge be acquired and played with and formed into business solutions. And that's been really the joy of Nalukai, is connecting local kids growing up who have a vision, connecting them with people who are already doing really amazing stuff in the community.
This concept of having mentors that aren't just skill mentors, but are culture mentors, that are family mentors. We get to see what innovation in education looks like in the context of Hawaiian custom, Hawaiian culture, and Hawaiians.
Our systems are not pono. And I don't think we're asking kids to grapple enough with that or to question. And I think that there's an opportunity in this restructuring of our society in response to COVID.
I firmly believe that youth can only solve certain problems because they have not been tainted with best practice or how the world works. There is a creativity that can only come from youth. There are solutions that can only come from youth. If we do not fund their initiatives, if we do not partner with them or give capacity or amplify their work, we will miss out on solving crucial issues that, are going to be vital for us and them.